let's talk about Minnesota's 500 species of bees.
Who knew?
Who knew? Did you know that honeybees only eat two things? Carbs and protein. Nectar, carbs, pollen, protein.
Makes sense.
There you go.
Ping Hanze is a beekeeper educator at the Minnesota Landscape Arboretum. She's here to teach us all about honeybees. Ping, nice to have you with us.
Hi, thanks for having me.
How did you get into honeybees?
I mean, I always thought it was something I'd be interested in doing, and once I started keeping bees, it was like, they're just so amazing, and I really fell in love with it.
Did you have a education background that pushed you in the what was your study? I guess curious about that.
Yeah, my undergrad is in zoology with a minor in botany, so sort of related.
Yeah.
But yeah, I just sort of stumbled into it. But it's been a really amazing journey.
All right, so let's get to the whole 500 honeybees, 500 different
We'll be going
bees
through
in the
each
state.
one specifically.
Get your notebooks handy. Are people surprised to learn that there are 500 different types of bees?
Yeah, I think it is really striking because when people think of bees, you know, they really think of honeybees, maybe bumblebees, but we do have over 500 species, including these like bright metallic green bees, blue bees, really a really amazing range of types of bees just in Minnesota.
Yeah.
I think it feels like sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off. There's been a lot of talk about bees and talk about the pollinators having so many problems over the last, I know there's been a lot of like public discussion about it. Efforts to try to, change the landscape and bring back, more places for the pollinators to do their thing. Is that talk leading to any action, you think?
That's an interesting question. I think overall, yes. It's really amazing to me. So we have a building at the Arboretum that's all about bees and pollinators. And it's really amazing to have visitors come in who know a lot about pollinators and really want to help with pollinators. And then I think we are seeing some actions higher up as well. But what's really exciting to me is to just see like normal people come in and be like, how can I help pollinators?
Yeah.
So. All right, so talk about, you brought some honey that the Arb cultivates every year because you guys have this big honeybee part of the Arboretum. Tell us about honeybees, kind of the life of a honeybee and how it works.
Yeah, so honeybees are most active, spring through fall, as you might imagine, but they are also active in the winter inside their hives. They just make a big ball of bees inside the hive and shiver to stay warm, and they eat honey. So this time of year, there's maybe 40 to 50,000 bees inside each hive.
Wow.
And of those, there's one queen per hive, maybe about 1,000 to 2,000 males, and then everyone else is a worker who's a female who's not the queen.
Okay, so one queen, and you said how many bees are in a hive?
This time of year, maybe 40 to 50,000 in a healthy, strong colony.
50,000 bees and one queen.
Yes.
And what's the job of the queen?
So the queen's only job is to lay eggs. She's not telling the other bees what to do. They actually make decisions as a group, which is pretty amazing. They have like a collective decision-making process. So yeah, she's just laying eggs. And if she's not doing that job well, the other bees can actually replace her with a new queen.
How many eggs does she lay?
This time of year, it could be over 1,500 per day. So really, I always say she doesn't have time to do anything else.
That's why I said I feel bad for her.
Yeah.
Okay.
1,500 eggs a day.
Jeez, Louise, every day?
Every day, yeah. And that's, again, kind of peak season. She might be starting to slow down a little coming up here, but every day, just laying eggs. So.
Okay.
Yeah. So let's talk about you kind of touched on it a minute ago. There's different kinds of bees in a hive. The drones, what's their job?
Their only job is to mate with a queen from another colony. So they do actually, the girls kick them out of the hives in the fall because they don't do any other work other than mating, and that's not happening in the winter.
So how many drone bees would be in a hive at any given time?
This time of year, maybe 1,000 to 2,000, but in the middle of winter, then it'll be 0 because the girls have kicked them all out.
Okay, so then what do the girls
Wow, so they get
do?
to live their best life, and then that's it.
Yeah, that's basically it. So,
what do the girl bees do in the hive?
So they do all of the work, hence why they're called workers. They raise the babies, they collect the food. They also guard the hive because only female bees can sting. And that's true for any type of bee in the whole world, is only the girls can sting.
So if I'm fascinated by the replacement of the queen. So there could be a worker bee who's just living, she's doing her thing, and then all of a sudden there's like a move to overthrow the queen for whatever reason. Would there be some way for the bees to tell if she was sick or she wasn't producing as many eggs, or what would be the reason that she'd be replaced?
Yeah, that's a great question. That's something that we're maybe still learning about. But basically, again, yeah, if she's not doing her job well, like you said, if she's maybe not healthy or not laying eggs well, that would be a primary reason, because that's her job.
Yeah,
So.
that's fascinating.
Yeah.
That is crazy. All right, so tell us about the upcoming honey harvest.
Yeah, so on Friday, August 2nd, and then especially Saturday, August 3rd, we'll be doing public demonstrations of our honey harvest. And August 3rd is Summer Fun at the Farm Day, so there will be other activities going on as well that folks can come out, see how the honey's harvested, taste honey, take some flowers with them. It'll be a really, really fun day.
And you brought these combs. They smell so good.
Yeah, I love the way beeswax smells.
Yeah, so nice. Awesome. Ping, this was really interesting.
Yeah.
I want to go more, but we can't.
We
so.
want to deep dive with you on the bees and the workers and the girls and the drones and the queen and all of it. We'll have to have you back.
Yeah, come on out and see us, on Saturday, August 3rd for Honey Day. So,
Awesome.
Yeah.
Thank you, Ping.
All right.
We'll post details about the bees at the Arboretum, including the honey harvest and flowers for Pollinators Day. You'll find those stories on our website, minnesotalive.com.